The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Hi friends, welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena for the second half of our Friday doubleheader here on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the 412 and brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long, the Rowan Profs, and the Delaware Blue Hens ACHA Men's Division I team. About to meet for a Friday night tilt before the Hens head to the Windy City for an ACHA showcase event next week. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications Press Box. Glad to have all of you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network once again on this Friday evening before we go dark for the rest of the weekend. Delaware's Men's Division I team only with one game on the docket here this weekend, as the previously scheduled series against Oswego was canceled, so the Rowan University Profs Men's Division II team coming to town to meet with Delaware here for a single Friday night tilt. Earlier tonight, Ryder defeated the Men's Division II Delaware side 4-0. Hens looking to get one in the win column for tonight here as they take on the Profs. And we'll head right to the Limestone Pension Associates line charts. Todd Mittelmeyer giving some of the young guns on this Delaware team an opportunity to show what they're made of, as the top line of Justin Guelph, Ryan Rodriguez, and Tanner Mahoney getting the night off. Likewise, chance to vote Cody Diaz and Dominic Guido. And defenseman Danny Berg, Will Gould, and Shane Straubinger all taking the evening off. We'll see the fourth line start tonight. Trevor Early, Justin Smith, and Andrew Lowe. Jack Keller and Eric Mark getting the call defensively. And Jacob King gets the nod between the pipes. The sophomore from Vernon, New Jersey, 1-0-0 on the year with a 2.00 goals against average and a save percentage of .906. Delaware's young guns looking to carry the load against the Rowan University Profs, coached by Brian Bennett, sitting 6-7-1 on the year. Nick Thomas providing the most offensive productivity for the Profs, 6 goals and 7 assists on the season. But it will be the combination of JT Zangara, Cam Chandler, and Connor Milliken to handle starting offensive duties. They've combined for 11 goals so far this year. Riley Rudolph and Dominic Riccardi getting the call at the blue line. Rudolph, solid two-way player with a goal and 6 apples on the season so far. Between the pipes, Jake Booth getting the nod. He's 4-4 on the year with a .513 goals against average and a save percentage of .884. Planning for retirement doesn't happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more about what they do and have done for the last 3.5 decades at limestonepension.net. And the Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by the law office of Heather A. Long. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for opening introductions from Fred Rust Arena. You're watching the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Delaware and Rowan about to square off in a Friday night tilt from Fred Rust Arena. James Witherite flying solo. The 412 Communications press box. Trey Wright, our videographer, for the second half of our Friday twin bill. Our production assistant, the stat man Eli Swope. Broadway Joe Sindoni, Molly Joe Rose, and the rest of the crew. And a healthy turnout in the stands from the Mercer Chiefs youth program in central New Jersey. Healthy crowd here for this Friday night tilt between the Profs and the Blue Hens, and we're going to head inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates opening introductions. Hockey fans, once again, good evening, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association presents a regular season game between the Men's Division II Rowan University Profs and the Men's Division I University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Rowan University Profs, coached by Brian Bennett. Starting in goal, number 31, Jake Booth. On defense, number 20, Riley Rudolph. And number 41, Dominic Riccardi. At left wing, number 18, Cam Chandler. At right wing, number 9, JT Zangara. And at center, number 26, Connor Milliken. It's that time, Blue Hen Nation. Let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a sophomore from Vernon, New Jersey, number 1, Jacob King. On defense, a senior from Bensalem, Pennsylvania, number 2, Eric Mark. And a senior from Morris Plains, New Jersey, number 5, Jack Keller. At left wing, a graduate student from Winter Garden, Florida, number 10, Justin Smith. At right wing, a sophomore from Caldwell, New Jersey, number 17, Andrew. And starting at center, a senior from Killingworth, Connecticut, number 8, Trevor Early. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Bain, Jared Starren, and Mark Zazut. The on-ice officials for this evening's game are referees Rob Novickis and Isaac Kessler, and linesman Chris Draves. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Here we go, here we go. About time that we set it off, says the legend. And says the score. The band who made the song you hear in the background popular. Delaware traveling from west to east in their home whites. Blue helmets, blue pants. Rowan in their away brown sweaters. Moving from east to west. The rising of the sun to its setting. Here in period number 1, linesperson Chris Draves. Ready to drop the puck on a Friday night tilt. Between the Profs and the Blue Hens. Trevor Early in for the opening draw across from Connor Milliken. And they're off. Milliken crashing behind the net in search of the puck. This was centered but beyond the reach of Zangara. Nearly thrown in by Rudolph, taken away. And Justin Smith races up the left wing boards back into Rowan territory. But he's met just above the corner by Rudolph. This is cleared over the glass and out of play. Zangara and Early meet to the right of Rowan netminder Jake Booth for the ensuing face-off, which ultimately goes the Profs' way. Rudolph winds up and clears. Puck tipped to center by Zangara. Floated back into Rowan territory by Delaware defenseman Jack Keller. Keller with 5 assists so far on the season. First shot of the game comes from Andrew Lowe from the right wing. It was turned aside by Booth. Puck contested in the Lowe slot. Oliver King could not maintain for Delaware. This recovered by Milliken for the Profs. Cleared to center. And the Profs will piecemeal change. Noah Goose, with 4 assists for Delaware so far this season, looking for his first tally. But from 25 feet, he was denied by Booth. Barreling back in his Doshin centering pass from Infanger to Oliver King. But the close-up one-timer for the Massachusetts native sailed wide. Goose protects his blue line, advancing the puck to Oliver King. King tied up by the reaching stick of Danny Duffy. Goose from distance could not connect. Doshin takes a check in the far corner from Frattaroli. Panapresso failed to hold the point. That puck thrown back up the far boards by Tommy Tracy, and Panapresso had to chase it down all the way behind his own goal. 2 minutes elapsed from Fred Rust Arena. Odd man rush for the Hens. The Cade Coughlin shot goes up into the back netting and out of play. To all of you joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network this evening, glad to have you along for the ride in this second half of our Friday night doubleheader. Earlier, arch rival of these Rowan Profs, the Rider University Broncs, defeated Delaware's men's Division II team by a tally of 4-0. Trevor Givorowski backstopping the Broncs to victory by way of a 41-save shutout. Tracy to Coughlin, the Albertan, leaving this to Tracy in the corner. A.J. Muley crashing the net. He was canceled out net front. The shot from Brady Burke from distance was turned aside by Jake Booth for save number 3. Burke checked off the puck in the near corner. He gets it back and keeps on ticking despite pressure from Knoll. Knoll steered Burke behind the net. Played the carom shot out the far side. The North Carolinian Dylan Causey stepping up to the corner boards, maintaining this momentum for the Blue Hens, but a cross-ice pass gone awry sees David Cutler launch the puck clear, and this will come back and icing. Louis Ruel off the face-off. The face-off win from Trevor Early, but the Ruel shot was right into Booth's pads for save number 4. Rudolph backhands the puck clear. Keller recovers. D-to-D pass near side. Eric Mark lets this go. Tipped by Early from just over the Rowan blue line. In behind the Profs' cage, and Dominic Riccardi races back to recover the puck for the Profs. Rudolph up the near side. Stick handles briefly to clear the zone. Advanced by Wyatt, deep into Delaware territory. This came back to Rudolph at the point momentarily. Now held on to by Wyatt. Wyatt pushed by Causey as far as the Delaware blue line. Mark recovers. And this comes up the right dots. Eric Mark stick handles. Causey, drop pass at the top of the right circle. Evades the reach of Justin Smith. Bianchi clears. First penalty coming up, and it will go against the Blue Hens. 3 minutes and 55 seconds into the first period. As slow to his feet was Evan Schuster. Goose is going to go as Rob Novickis and Isaac Kessler discuss matters momentarily. And we'll get word from downstairs momentarily as the Blue Hens go on their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the night. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 27, Noah Goose. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes 55 seconds in the first period. Goose 2 for tripping at 3:55. The Mercer Chiefs U10 team joining us tonight from Fred Rust Arena. Always good to see some friendly faces from Central New Jersey making the trip down I-95 to take in some collegiate hockey. A few of them gathered here in the skybox. Rowan celebrating, but Isaac Kessler said no goal. We're going to see this right now. There's the one-timer from the top of the circle. Goal is on the board. So that's going to be ruled a good goal. Isaac didn't think so at first. We don't think so upstairs. There will be more to the story, that forthcoming. And the Hens, just like that, get one back. Tommy Tracy lighting the lamp. And it's one aside. Here it is again. On the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay, a power play goal. 5 minutes, 45 seconds into the first. We've got a lot to catch up on. Here we go. The Rowan goal. 6th of the season, scored by number 18, Cam Chandler. Assisted by number 27, David Cutler, and number 37, Max Findley. Time of the power play goal, 4 minutes, 50 seconds in the first period. Chandler's 6th from Cutler and Findley at 4:50. It was a power play goal. After the goal, Rowan penalty, assessed to number 18, Cam Chandler, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 50 seconds in the first period. Chandler, 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct at 4:50. The Delaware goal, 5th of the season, scored by number 28, Tommy Tracy. Assisted by number 18, Riley Donor, and number 20, Cade Coughlin. Time of the power play goal, 5 minutes, 45 seconds of the first period. Tracy's 5th, coming from Donor and Coughlin at 5:45, a power play goal. So 1-1 the score with nearly 7 minutes gone in the opening period. On what admittedly was a questionable opening goal for Rowan. But it does stand. Cutler pursuing the puck behind the Delaware goal. Panapresso tied him up. Tracy tried to stretch this ahead to Coughlin. Linesman Chris Draves said the puck was tipped on its way into the Rowan zone, so there will be no icing here. Goose winds up from distance. It's worth noting both goals of the power play variety as we work to the 7.5-minute mark of the opening period. It is 1-1. Profs and Blue Hens trading early power play tallies. Coughlin holding the point. This fed by Muley toward Tracy, but he couldn't connect. The re-entry is going to be called offside with 12:16 to go in the first period of a 1-1 game. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule your free consultation today. Call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. There a shot from Keller, turned aside by Booth. Zone is lost. 2-on-2 for the Profs. Bianchi Barrels up the right wing board, centering feed, trying to get one in close was Riccardi. King comes up with the save. Wyatt and Infanger line up for the following draw. The shot off, the face-off from Bianchi was high and wide. Burke could not swat the puck clear, sweeping in behind the cage. Alex Infanger picks it up for Delaware and walks it in up the right dots. Quick release shot just after gaining the line. Held on to for the pause by Jake Booth for save number 8 on 9 shots faced so far. We're 8.5 minutes in. Delaware controlling the momentum of this hockey game, out shooting Rowan 9-3 with 8.5 gone in the first period, and an attacking zone faceoff coming up, but not won by Trevor Early. That goes over the glass and out. Milliken wins the following draw at the near circle. Over Delaware's fourth line center, Trevor Early. Doshin with the takeaway just inside the line. Across to Burke. Early takes a check from Milliken behind the net. Doshin offering good support, but Connor Milliken emerges with the vulcanized rubber for the Profs. Here's a 3-on-3 counterattack for the boys in brown. Milliken drop pass intended for Zangara, did not connect. Donor recovers. He skates through neutral territory. Brady Burke held up 10 feet above the line. Forced to dump the puck in. And Delaware will change. Long release from Chandler. Shot was wide. Doshin to Tracy. In comes the product of Team Maryland. Dashing up the right wing boards, but he's tied up behind the net, so is Panapresso. Frateroli recovers and clears. Goose bats the puck down with his skate just beyond center. He tried to flip it forward up the left wing boards to Tracy, but to no avail. Panapresso breaks up the stretch pass the other way, intended for Duffy. Smith from just beyond center throws the puck in behind the Rowan goal. As we come to the halfway point of the first period, it's 1-1 from Fred Rust Arena. Last tune-up for the Blue Hens before they head to Chicago, where they will take on UNLV, Arizona State, and Roosevelt. Tough tasks await these Blue Hens. And right now, before a home crowd, an opportunity for Delaware's Young Guns to show what they're made of. Nobody home to field the Knoll centering pass. Mark pulls behind his own cage. Coughlin into a 2-on-3. Centering pass. Infanger bobbled the puck in close. And it's cleared out of harm's way by Riccardi. Odd man rush the other direction. 4-on-2. Delayed offside signaled by Draves. Marching back in is Riccardi after the Profs tag up. Centering pass was intended for Jones, but he was double teamed to the low slot by a pair of Blue Hen back checkers. Coughlin bulldozing back into the Rowan zone. Could not run the gauntlet in close. The Muley shot goes up into the netting and out of play with 8:43 to go in opening period action. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Again, 8:43 to go here in the first. A 10th shot comes barreling in, and it's frozen by Booth for the pause. Early controls the following face-off. .8:23 to go in opening period play of a 1-1 hockey game. A trip signaled, and this will go against, it appears, Rowan. Tripping the call. 11:44 into the first period. First Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night. For the Blue Hens, learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's commitment to health and wellness. For athletes of all ages and abilities, visit desportsmed.com. The Rowan penalty was assessed to number 10, Evan Schuster. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes 44 seconds in the first period. Schuster 2 for tripping at 11:44. Puck frozen by Booth for the pause. Louis-Mathieu Ruel wins the following face-off at the far circle. Low swats the puck from the right point. In behind the cage, it rolls around to the far corner where Ruel wins the two-a-side battle. Mulet, Keller, Low, top of the near circle. He tried to shoot through traffic. It was blocked immediately by Knoll. Burke across to Keller near side. Keller trailing down into the near corner. Half the penalty to Schuster has expired. Burke taking aim from distance, scrum net front, trying to jam the puck in. Close was A.J. Mulet, but he was canceled out by Booth. They're the 15th shot of the game from the Blue Hens, and holding on again was Jake Booth to keep this 1-1 with 7:04 to go in the first, 48 seconds remaining on the Schuster tripping minor. And another attacking zone draw coming for Delaware after they've already peppered Booth with 4 shots in this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Doshin, Tracy, back to Luke Doshin in the far corner. This played high to A.J. Mulet, rather Riley Donor taking aim from distance. Another save from Booth, and he holds for the pause. Quick restart. Infanger trying to work forward off the dot after the Hens have outshot Rowan. I've got 16-3 here in the opening period. Infanger looking for a second Delaware goal. That not to be. That shot blocked at the top of the blue paint. Coughlin, Donor, slap shot made it through. Kicked aside by Booth as the Rowan penalty has expired. Doshin on the doorstep, met by the glove hand of Jake Booth, who records save number 17, and here it comes again. Booth flashed the leather, and that puck was deflected into the back netting and out of action. Six and change to go in the first period, now inside the final 6. This goes over the glass near side and out. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Hamarchak driven deep into his own zone. Causey forces the turnover. He gets the puck back from early, but the shot, a snapper from the top of the right circle, was well off its intended line. Holding the zone for Delaware was Smith, but he couldn't make anything happen. This comes back to center and will be called back a hand pass. The spotted just above the blue line of the Delaware Blue Hens with 5:06 remaining in first period play. The 2-1 official system being employed for this game. Our referees are Isaac Kessler and Rob Novickis. The key to a successful 2-1 is a strong lines person. And we've got one tonight in Chris Draves. Winding up from deep in Rowan territory, Milliken, guilty of an icing. So back this will come into the Rowan zone. Profs limited to but 3 shots on goal. And they've kept Delaware to only 1 tally on 18 shots thus far. Burke behind his own cage to Coughlin. Donor, Burke. Muley up the right wing boards, the recipient of the breakout pass. This drop back to the Albertan Cade Coughlin, who shot from the top of the zone but was just wide. Milliken controls the rebound. He leaves this behind the net to Linares. Schuster, cross-ice feed and neutral ice to Frattaroli, but he was slowed up just inside the Delaware blue line. Inside the final 4 minutes of the opening period of a 1-1 hockey game. Brady Burke gets the puck back from Donor, advances it up the right wing boards to A.J. Muley. He bobbles momentarily and gives it away at the Rowan blue line to Bianchi. Turned back the other direction. Bianchi slowed up at the Delaware stripe by Burke, who hustles off for a change. Rudolph vying for the puck across from Oliver King in the far corner of the Rowan zone. Sees this one pop up over the glass and out with 3.5 minutes to go in the first period. Delaware and Rowan tied 1 aside from Fred Rust Arena. Josh Bianchi met by Trevor Early in the far circle of the Rowan zone. And play restarts. And it restarts barely in Delaware's favor as Panapresso protected the point. Rudolph tries to muscle his free. Heads up, Chris. Nearly caught our lines person in the noggin. Rudolph clears up the far boards. Panapresso at his blue line. Stretches this ahead to Early diagonally. Early dodges a shoulder check from Riccardi and lost the puck in doing so. Oliver King protecting for Delaware far side after it caromed behind the net. But he's outmanned by a trio of Prof defenders. Doshin recovering for Delaware, body down hard but within the bounds of play by Rowan's Evan Schuster. The net front development that followed to no avail for the Blue Hens. 2.5 to go in the first period of a 1-1 hockey game. Protracted battle sees Oliver King walk forward, and play is whistled to a halt. Hens penalty coming up. What's Isaac got? Doshin, the guilty party. Of a cross check with 2:25 to go in period number 1. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time for the Blue Hens. DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com, the place to go to learn more. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 15, Luke Doshin. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes 35 seconds in the first period. Doshin 2 for cross-checking at 17:35. Cutler leaves this up the right wing boards after the entry to Cam Chandler. To Findlay, center point. Thrown in from distance, paddled away by Jacob King near side. Rebound well contested. Delaware's clearing attempt foiled by Cutler. Headman pass to Jones. He couldn't throw it in from an awkward angle. And the Hens clear as that puck ends up bouncing behind the cage to the far corner of the Delaware zone. Fresh legs on both ways. A minute to go on the Doshin penalty. Absolutely zero urgency in the line change from either side just now. Up the middle comes Duffy. Another penalty coming up. It will be against the Blue Hens. Correction, it will be. Yes, it will be against the Blue Hens. We had it right. As Cade Coughlin heads off with 62 seconds to go. In the first period. The Albertan guilty of tripping as we enter the final minute of the opening frame. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 20, Cade Coughlin. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes 58 seconds in the first period. Coughlin 2 for tripping at 18:58. Barreling into the Rowan or into the Delaware zone was Rowan's leading scorer, Nick Thomas. Tried to split the wickets, did get the puck on net. It was turned away by King. Muley clears. Final 20, we're 5-on-4 as the Doshin penalty reached its expiration. Cutler trying to dig the puck away from Infanger. Now 3 profs join the battle. Infanger keeping the puck trapped at the kick plate as long as he can to try to get the Hens to the end of the first period. The horn sounds, and that will do it for the first 20. At the end of one period, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 1, Rowan University Profs 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back to Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. 1-1 through 20 minutes, and we're going to take you back to the Rowan goal, and we're going to slow it down. Isaac Kessler said no goal. Cam Chandler thought otherwise after the officials conferred. Of course, in ACHA regular season play, there's no video goal review. But the conference on ice between the on-ice officials led to that being ruled a goal for the Rowan University Profs. .58 seconds remain on the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill to kick off period number 2 in what stands a tie hockey game between the Rowan University Profs and the Delaware Blue Hens from Fred Rust Arena. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Trey Wright, our videographer. The stat man, Eli Swope, our PA tonight. And every night here at Fred Rust Arena. Doing the hard work behind the scenes, and we're so grateful for all our crew brings to the table. Chris Draves ready to drop the puck on period number 2. AJ Muley and Connor Milliken contest the opening face-off in the second period. They're off. Play whistle dead with a hold called 28 seconds in. And this will go against Rowan. This is Rob Novickas, just 28 seconds into the second period. It's against Chandler. So we're 4-on-4 for the next 30. And the face-off will come to the right of Jake Booth, who stopped 17 shots in the first period of this hockey game. So 4-on-4 for a half minute. And then the Hens will go on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. The Rowan penalty was assessed to number 18, Cameron Chandler. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 28 seconds of the second period. Chandler 2 for holding at 28 seconds. There's the correction. Chandler off at 28 seconds, not 30. And the Hens are back on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the next minute 26. Face-off coming to the left of Jake Booth. Infanger, Doshin, Coughlin on up front, with Tracy and Donor holding down the blue line. Tommy Tracy to Donor, back it comes to Tracy, cross-ice pass, Cade Coughlin opens fire from the top of the right circle. Shot was blocked, and Mike Frattaroli winds up to clear up the far wall for the Profs, who are down a man for the next minute. No opportunities afforded the Profs on what was the remainder of their power play. And now Donor walking the line for Delaware, skips this to the near half wall, and Tracy back to Donor. Touch pass to Coughlin. Shot was just off target. Swept wide from the top of the blue paint. Donor back at center. Across to Coughlin. Knoll tried to body him off the puck, but Coughlin held his ground. Infanger to Doshin behind the net. He could not connect with Tracy up the near wall. This puck goes all the way back into the Delaware zone where King steadies. It's volleyed back by Kromchik from center. Off the far boards, recovered by Andrew Lowe. Final 5 in this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. And the Hens have nothing to show for it but a single shot. Rudolph to Thomas. Thrown toward the cage, but Jones was out of position. Keller, Donor, Lowe, up the middle. Trevor Early bats the puck to the near half wall and chases it down. Rudolph pinches him to the corner. Early couldn't jam the puck in off the wraparound. This comes back to the near point, which was maintained by Andrew Lowe, former Team Marylander in the EHL. Another early net front chance. Lowe follow-up. Was turned aside by Booth. Delayed penalty coming up. It will be against Delaware. Another one going to go for the Blue Hens. 3:25 into the second period. Low off for roughing. The Blue Hens head to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill once again. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 17, Andrew Lowe. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 25 seconds in the second period. Lowe. 2 for roughing at 3:25. Infanger, Goose, Ruel, and Panapresso. The penalty killers. Goose got a shot away. Booth coming up with the save, and the rebound is a contested one in the near corner. 3 profs surrounding Infanger. And working the puck up ice is David Cutler. No relation to the composer from California. The hockey-playing David Cutler advanced the puck through neutral territory, worked it into the Delaware zone before heading off for a change. Rudolph's shot was wide. Chandler recovers. Milliken drives the puck back in. Studied by Goose, stick handled by Panapresso, ricocheted off the near boards, and the length of the ice it goes. Delaware shorthanded, not in danger of an icing. And they get some fresh legs on as Bianchi comes back up the left wing boards and into Delaware territory. This worked around the horn. Zangara stretches this across to the near side, and Thomas. Final 13 seconds on the Lowe penalty. We're just past 5 minutes in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game. Rudolph dodging the forechecking early. Leaves the puck to Duffy as the Hens are back to full strength. Duffy couldn't run the gauntlet just inside the line. He was bodied off the puck by King. Keller leaves this to Burke. He tries to skate his way out of his own zone, and he does. Rudolph wants a penalty. Not going to get one here. He's confronted by Doshin just inside the line. Oliver King, 2-on-2. Drop pass. The shot from Tracy was off its mark. Puck ricocheted off the corner glass and is picked up in the neutral zone by Schuster. Thrown across ice, one-timer from the top of the left circle, and Evan Knoll didn't make it to the cage. Hens again clear. Frateroli leaves this across to the far side, and Linares. Advancing pass Into the control of Keller. It was too much for Knoll to handle. 3-on-3, this Delaware zone entry. Doshin dropped it off to Tracy far side. Cycled to Doshin in the far corner. He takes a check from Linares. They get tied up in the far corner. Doshin, net front feed. He tried to set up Tracy on the welcome mat, but this is cleared out by Schuster. Some fresh legs on for the Profs as we hit 7 minutes in the second period. Oliver King stepped over the line. He threw the puck in close off the backboards. It was picked up by Doshin, but he bobbled it, and Mike Frattaroli recovered for the Profs. We're 1-1 as we near midway in the second period from Fred Rust Arena. Mark off the turnover in the Rowan zone. Could not set up Muley. Infanger checked off the path of the puck by Linares. Chandler off the feed from Frattaroli. Comes crashing in. And Jacob King comes up with the save the other way. Here it comes again on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Time and space for Chandler. And Jacob King slams the door with 12:27 to go in the second period of what stands a 1-1 hockey game. Cutler back at center, sure to gain the red line before working the puck into the Delaware end. Milliken, pickpocketed by Infanger, trying to walk the goal line in. Coughlin clears. Chandler recovers. Cutler in front of the Delaware bench. Lazily bats the puck from blue line to blue line where Panapresso turns it the other direction. Goose breaks up the progress of Cutler. Advance to Panapresso, drop back to Goose at the right point. He fanned on the one-timer attempt. He retraces his steps and caroms the puck behind the Rowan goal. Early with the interception. Muley shot on goal. He gets his rebound and he scores. A.J. Muley lights the lamp for the Hens. 8:32 into the second. And the home team is in front. Attacking zone takeaway by Trevor Early. And A.J. Muley gets his second of the season. So Muley with the go-ahead goal for the Blue Hens. Making this 2-1. Early trying for another off the setup from Ruel, but the net front redirect was wide. Delaware goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 13, A.J. Muley. Assisted by number 8, Trevor Early. Time of the goal, 8 minutes 32 seconds of the second period. Muley's second from Early at 8:32. Ten and a half to go in the second period. Delaware 2, Rowan 1 from Fred Rust Arena. This is Justin Smith. Snapshot just inside the line off the Tracy feed. Held on to by Booth for save number 23 of the night. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com, covering Newcastle and Kent counties. Smith turns the puck to the far corner. Frateroli got there in time over Lowe to recover for the Rowan Profs. Linares up the right side. Gets a shot lane. He takes aim right at King, who holds with 9:58 to go in the second. Near circle face-off going the way of Liam Ladd for the Profs. Cross-ice feed from Linares to Frateroli. Shot in traffic was blocked. Ladd. Linares, top of the circle. Couldn't protect the zone. Frateroli recovers. He waits for Schuster to tag up before re-entering, but he was outnumbered near side. Donor keeps play at neutral ice. This is Frateroli walking back in. Shot held onto by Jacob King, just long enough for the whistle. And we've got a pause with 9:27 to go in period 2. Delaware with a 2-1 lead over the Rowan University Profs. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and everything in between. The 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. Learn more. Visit 412communications.com. 9:07 to go in period number 2. Delaware 2, Rowan 1 from Fred Rust Arena. Near circle faceoff coming up. Alex Infanger in across from JT Zangara. Puck is down, play resumes. Kromchik clears back to center. Goose recovers. He's bodied open ice by Milliken. Panapresso recovers at the Delaware blue line. Advancing past to Infanger, enough to gain the Rowan blue line, but taking this back for the Profs is David Cutler. Icing waved off. Panapresso to Goose, Infanger to King. Noah Goose advances this to Doshin through traffic up the left wing boards. Doshin gained the zone. Oliver King looking for the shot opportunity, canceled out by Milliken, who came barreling in like a bull in a china shop to disrupt that Delaware attack. Doshin. Cross-ice pass broken up by Zangara and deflected back as far as the Delaware blue line, plus 15 feet. Mark Coughlin. The long-range shot was tipped by a Rowan player, so Chris Draves says there is no icing here. For the issues that are inherent to the 2-1 system, Chris is doing a heck of a job manning both lines. We said earlier the key to a successful 2-1 is an excellent lines person. We may be a little partial having worked with Chris a good bit, but no, he is right on it tonight. Mark held the line. Shot never made it in. Coughlin buries it! The pride of the prairies, Cade Coughlin. Pods his second as a blue hen, and now it's 3-1. Here we go again. Thrown in by Eric Mark from the right point. And 12:47 into the second period. The Hens make this a 3-1 hockey game. Burt got a shot away. Ultimately turned aside by Booth. We've got the particulars now on the third Delaware goal. And here we go. Oh, Delaware goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 20, Cade Coughlin. Assisted by number 2, Eric Mark. And number 8, Trevor Early. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 47 seconds in the second period. Coughlin's second from Mark and Early at 12:47. Second apple of the night for the Early Bird. Goal and an assist for Coughlin. And Eric Mark's got his second point of the year. This shot from Oliver King. Tipped up and over the crossbar. And play is whistled to a halt with inside 5 minutes to go in the second period. We saw a high stick signal, and it's going to go against Rowan's Carter Wyatt. Delaware Sports Medicine power play time coming up for the Blue Hens. DESportsmed.com. The place to go. Referee Rob Novickis and Rowan coach Brian Bennett exchanging a few words. Now we're ready to get back to action. Rowan penalty assessed to number 13, Carter Wyatt. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 1 second in the second period. Wyatt 2 for high sticking at 15:01. Four and a half to go in the second. Delaware looking to pad a 3-1 lead as Tommy Tracy works his way back into the Rowan zone. He gets the puck back from a Doshin touch pass. Donor crosses to the left point to hold. Across to Coughlin, who's got 2 points already tonight. He takes a check from Plank in front of the Delaware bench. That causes the turnover, and winding up to clear is Thomas. Thomas, Plank, Rudolph, and Kronchik were the four on to start this penalty kill for the Profs. Final 4 in the second period. Delaware 3-1. Coughlin leaves us across ice. Walked back in by Tracy. Flip back to Donor. Coughlin one-timer! On target and sprawling for the save was Booth. Here it comes again on the 4-1-2 comms replay. One-timer from the dot. Sprawled out like a starfish. Jake Booth makes save number 26 tonight. 2-on-1 the other way. Zangara rang one off the post. Hens fast break, 4-on-2 the other direction. Andrew Lowe denied by Booth. Nobody home for the rebound chance. Burke back inside his own line. Pulls back, trying to catch the Profs amidst the change. Keller to Louis Ruel, who steps in over the Rowan line but gives this away. Frateroli lofts the puck back inside the Delaware line where Lowe recovers. This will come back an icing. .306 to go in the second period. 7 seconds left on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Delaware working with a 3-1 lead. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. DESportsmed.com. It's a place to go to learn more. Health, wellness, nutrition. Brad and company truly do it all. Here we go. Rowan penalty. Assessed to number 26, Connor Milliken. 2 minutes for boarding plus 2 minutes for roughing. Delaware penalty. Assessed to number 5, Jack Keller. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 17 minutes, 27 seconds in the second period. Milliken, 2 for boarding plus 2 for roughing. Keller, 2 for roughing. All at 17:27. Play continues 5-on-4 with a Delaware power play. Serving the differential time for Rowan is number 13, Carter Wyatt. So the coincidental players, Keller and Milliken, will have to serve time plus a stoppage. Carter Wyatt serves the 2-minute differential, which you see in the top left corner of your monitor. Tracy re-enters. Sticked at from astern, but Donor holds the point. He shoots. And this is held on to by Booth. With a minute 31 to go in the second period. That was shot 14 for the Delaware Blue Hens here in the second period. 58 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Hens. Ruel and Zangara taking the near circle face-off. Burke to Lowe. Lowe winds up, trying to work to the high slot. He let one rip from 37 feet, but it was wide of the near post. Burke gets one through and in! Was it Muley off the rebound? We'll see it again on the 412 comms replay. Muley from Burke. And the power play goal makes this a 4-1 hockey game. Coming to the final minute of the second period. Particulars forthcoming on the fourth Delaware goal. A Delaware goal! His third of the season, second of the game. Scored by number 13, A.J. Muley. Assisted by number 24, Brady Burke, and number 26, Luke Panapresso. Time of the power play goal, 18:48 in the second period. Muley's third second of the game. From Burke and Panapresso at 18:48, a power play goal. At the end of two periods, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 4, Rowan Profs 1. We'll be back after the intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network on the 4-1-2. 40 minutes in the books. Delaware's got a 4-1 lead over Rowan. And a look back at part of how they got there on the 4-1-2 Communications Instant Replay. That one of 37 saves from Jake Booth. And here the fourth Delaware goal. As Brady Burke wound up from center point. And A.J. Muley getting his second of the night. Tipped the puck past Booth to make this a 4-1 hockey game. This is what it's like up here, Roy.
Kate's cool. I got a change for you. Number 2, or number 13 and 2.
So we do have a scoring update on the second Delaware goal. Muley should get the secondary assist instead of Early. So that second goal now reads Coughlin from Mark and Muley. That gives AJ 3 points on the night. Ready for period number 3. And they're off. Third has begun if you're just joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network. As we got an influx of visitors right before this period began. You may have heard some of the background chatter here in our open air 412 Communications press box. Of course, the pertinent news in the matter, Coughlin's goal at 12:47 in the second period. Actually, that's the third Delaware goal, rather. Corrected to Coughlin from Mark and Muley. 42 seconds in. Play halted, and the Hens getting an attacking zone faceoff. To the right of Jake Booth, who stopped 37 of 41 through the first 40 minutes. In comes Tracy, centering pass beyond the reach of Muley. Protected by Coughlin. Mark takes aim from the right point. Booth with the save and the freeze. Walking forward off the draw was Thomas. Cross ice pass and a shot from Carter Jones. Paddled away by King for save 9 on 10 total shots. Coughlin could not clear. He tried to direct the puck to Keller, but he lacked the necessary lane just the same. Jones drives it in deep again. Now on the stick of Findlay. Findlay turns the redirect from Jones right into King's pads. And the Hens will settle down in their own zone. Jack Keller to Mark. Eric Marks slowed up mid-zone by the reaching stick of Mike Frateroli. Stretch back up the near boards, Bianchi. Steered by Oliver King to the far corner. Cutler bodied off the biscuit by Keller. Snapshot coming from Aiden Plank. Sticked up and away. Never know what you're going to hear at Fred Rust Arena. In comes Burke, surrounded by profs. He pushes the puck off his backhand, trying to find a lane to find Doshin at the top of the zone, but to no avail. The 18s converge on the far corner of the Delaware end. Net front chance, Duffy on the wraparound. No good. But Liam Ladd's shot is covered up by King for a pause. Play resuming to the left of Jacob King. And Early's able to get the Hens back out of their own end. Goose to Causey. Steered behind Kromchik up the far boards into the Rowan zone. Brought back down by Cutler. Thomas to Bianchi. Oduel coming in at his side. Forces Bianchi to dump the puck back deep into the Delaware zone. This is Dylan Causey. Up the right wall. Pinched into the boards at center by Bianchi. The Profs unable to counter. Goose and Panapresso working their own line. Now Noah Goose is pickpocketed as he tried to cut up the middle. This opens the door for Thomas. Leading point scorer for the Profs. Unable to get past Luke Panapresso in the middle of the Delaware zone. Goose again. Flips this over the reaching arm of Riley Rudolph. And it will come back an icing with 16:10 to go in regulation. Delaware with a 4-1 lead over the Rowan Profs. Faceoff's going to come near side. Knoll and Tracy to square off. Scrum over the dot goes Delaware's way. Panapresso to Goose behind the net. Tracy stick handles up the middle. Draves says play is all right. Centering pass from Tracy intended for Smith. After he was shoved below the goal line, didn't connect. Knoll back the other direction. Backhands the puck out from behind the goal. To the near side of the waiting Carter Wyatt. Rudolph held the line barely. Wyatt gives this away to Mark. Slammed off the near wall and carried out by Lowe. Lowe up the right wing boards, gains the Rowan zone. Plays the puck in to Tracy, who's bodied off the puck in the corner by Knoll. Mark, hard shot from the right point. Waffle boarded up and away by Booth for save number 39. Coming to the 5-minute mark of the third period. Delaware 4, Rowan 1 from Fred Rust Arena. Riccardi's shot held on to by King for another stoppage. 5 minutes and 4 seconds in the books here in the third. And the face-off comes to the right of Jacob King. He's saved 13 of 14. Make it 14 of 15 just now. And Burke leads a 2-on-3 counterattack. Coughlin looking for a third point. The centering pass from Muley, intended for Burke, was broken up. Alex Infanger holding the right point, dropping back on the defensive. Coughlin shoved out of the zone by Milliken. And Donor back to regroup for Delaware. His Hens lead 4-1 with just over 6 minutes elapsed in the third period. Muley dipsy doodles through traffic. He was slowed up by Cutler clogging the slot. Thomas outmanned at the Delaware blue line, gives way to Goose. Cutler pressured by Muley. Skates this beyond center. Into the Delaware zone he comes. Long shot blocked by Goose. Doshin backhands a rolling puck up the far wall. Pushed by Oliver King. Back into Rowan territory. He puts on the brakes in the far corner. Confronted by Findlay. Jones could not clear. Thomas does. He lofts the puck from blue line to blue line and then some. Panapresso on the race to it in the far corner. And Oliver King chips this up ice far side. Trevor Early 2-on-1. Early shoots. Doshin crashing the net. But it's cleared out of harm's way by Jake Booth for save number 40. Opposite side, the Thomas backhander was wide. Early clears. Cutler reaches up just beyond center. Gloves the puck down. He stick handles under 2-ply forechecking pressure and turns it over to Mark. Early was offside, so no further advance could be made by the Blue Hens. That enables Cam Chandler to work the puck back into the Delaware zone. 7.5 minutes have gone by in the third period of a 4-1 hockey game. Delaware leading the Profs of Rowan University. Always good to see Delaware hockey alumni and alumnae joining us. Usually it's the alumni stopping by between periods, but tonight the alumnae making their appearance. Jess Pittinello, veteran of the University of Delaware ACHA women's team, paying a visit during the second intermission. And as we've talked about before here on the Delaware Hockey Network, it's so rewarding to see the Blue Hen hockey family just keep growing each season, and to get visits from players past always warms the heart. Jess, we love you and we're glad to see you doing well. Two shots, one from Donor, one from Causey. And Booth responding with saves 43 and 44. With 11:18 to go in regulation, and the Delaware Blue Hens maintaining their 4-1 lead. Face off to Booth's right. Infanger and Thomas contest the draw on the Rowan zone. Lowe unable to hold the point. Comes barreling back in, but Daniel Duffy pushed him to the near boards and took away every passing lane he possibly had. Good neutral zone defense from number 29 in Brown. Play halted with 10:34 to go. Noah Goose slow to get up. In the near corner of the Rowan zone. Noah back up on his feet. Looked like he got the wind knocked out of him there. And he will head back to the bench entirely on his own power. Face off just above the Rowan line. And Trevor Early's forced all the way back behind his own goal to recover. Keller to Moulet. Jack Keller flips the puck up the left wing boards toward Cade Coughlin, but it's taken away by Plank just inside the Rowan line. Halfway through the third period, this will come back an icing. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Shot from Keller at center point, turned aside by Booth. No rebound opportunities availed the Hens to try to pad a 4-1 lead. Coughlin, cross-ice pass to Doshin. He leaves this to Early behind the cage. The nutmegger wraps around and he scores! The early bird gets one for the thumb. It's a 5-1 Delaware lead. Here we go again. Reverse route behind the net. And the 50th Delaware shot of the game yields Trevor Early's third goal of the season and the Hens' fifth of the night. Ooh is right. And Coughlin's going to get the secondary on the early goal, bringing him to 3 points on the evening. Oh, Delaware goal! His third of the season. Scored by number 8, Trevor Early. Assisted by number 15, Luke Doshin. and number 20, Cade Coughlin. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 27 seconds of the third period. Early's third from Doshin and Coughlin at 10:27. Frateroli up the near side toward Wyatt. Puck recovered by the Québécois Louis-Mathieu Ruel. Drop pass to Causey. His shot from distance caught and held by Booth for save number 47 with 7.5 minutes to go in a 5-1 hockey game. Advantage Blue Hens. Infanger in for the face-off. Louis Ruel with a quick release shot from the top of the circle. Batted away by Booth. $7:10 to go. Delaware 5, Rowan 1. Hens have outshot the Profs 53-16. Keller lays a hip on Cutler to force the turnover. Causey to Smith. The pass didn't materialize. Frateroli could not play this out of his own zone. Cutler gives way. Smith lunging for the puck, barely held the zone briefly. He has to regather his wares. Meanwhile, Mike Frateroli came walking into the Delaware zone, centering pass, cleared out of harm's way by Eric Mark. 2-on-1. Smith, cross-slot pass from Lowe. He couldn't get stick on puck. Now to the final 6. Cutler off the centering feed from Bianchi. Shot was blocked. Early, denied by a Milliken poke check. Connor Milliken walking in. Shot was high and wide. Donor to Early, to Coughlin up the left wing boards. The Albertan outnumbered as he circles behind the goal. Low net front. That was off the crossbar. One of the fans in the top row thinks otherwise. 5:20. 5-1 Delaware's lead over Rowan. Donor winding up from long range. Booth got a piece of that one, but the shot was headed wide. Brady Burke, after Lowe cleared, comes barreling in. He was met by 3 Rowan defenders clogging up the slot, and the shot was off its mark. Here's Zangara the other direction. He got one on net. King with save number 16. Burke lofts the puck clear amid heavy net front congestion. Riccardi in his own zone. Works it ahead to Plank. Centering pass, Riccardi with a close-up shot. And Jacob King flashes the leather with 4:21 to go. Here's another look at it. Perfect drop pass onto the doorstep. But a glove save from Jacob King keeps this a 5-1 hockey game. Taking aim from distance was Rudolph to no avail. We're just inside the final 4:12. Infanger's entry is going to be called offside. final 4 minutes. Trying to walk up ice was Liam Ladd for the Profs. But the Hens come barreling back the other direction. Panapresso through the gauntlet, lost his shot lane. Doshin protecting the puck, takes a body behind the net from Ladd. Panapresso held up by Cutler in the far corner. Doshin looking to maintain Delaware's momentum. Panapresso pitchforks the puck free. Now he's got it trapped in the far corner. Doshin unable to walk past Ladd. He's bodied into the corner boards again by Jones. Frateroli recovers for the Profs, clears to center. Infanger checked down and open ice from astern by Findlay. Works it back in over the Rowan line. We're down to the final 3 minutes now from Fred Rust Arena. 5-1 Hens decision. Almost in the books. The David Cutler shot. Held on to by Jacob King for a pause in play with 2:57 to go. Face-off comes to the right of King, who stopped 18 of 19. Early and Knoll take the near circle draw. Causey takes a heavy hit from Schuster but clears the zone. Walking back in up the near side, Schuster, snapshot from Knoll. Deflected away by King. To increase his save percentage on the night to 95%. One-on-one, early. Steered wide by Knoll, stick save by Booth, keeps this a 5-1 hockey game. Two-on-one the other way. Schuster lost his shot lane. Mark tried to line him up for a check, but Schuster deked the other way to avoid contact. Rudolph got one on net from the bottom of the far circle. Keller will skate the rebound out. He throws one through Riccardi's legs, and this is covered by Booth for the pause. .109 seconds to go. Bit of a to-do in front of the Rowan net. And Jack Keller is going to go for slashing. So it's Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 5, Jack Keller. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 11 seconds in the third period. Keller 2 for slashing at 18:11. Final 80 seconds. Inside the line was Findlay. The shot from Chandler. Into King's pads, but not on goal. Chandler had Michigan thoughts. Findlay setting up a Chandler one-timer, but he knuckled it. And Goose winds up to clear. Deep stretch now for the Delaware Blue Hens, looking to improve to 8-6-2. Thomas pulling back behind his own goal. Zangara up the middle. Could not walk in. A pair of Delaware sticks clogging up the slot. Zangara lost his footing. The shot was wide. King freezes for the pause. 28 seconds to go. Delaware will improve to 8-6-2. Rowan will drop to 6-8-1. But against ACHA Men's Division II competition, the Profs will remain an even 500 as 2 of their 8 losses have come to this Delaware Men's Division I side. Final 7 seconds. Cross ice pass to Rudolph from Thomas. Shot into traffic, and that will do it. The University of Delaware Blue Hens put a 5-1 win over Rowan on ice. Tonight's final score: Delaware Blue Hens 5, Rowan University Profs 1. Final shots on goal: Rowan 21, Delaware 55. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's 3rd star, with a goal and an assist for Delaware, number 8, Trevor Early. The number 2 star, with a goal and 2 assists for Delaware, number 20, Cade Coughlin. And the number 1 star of the game, with 2 goals and an assist for the Delaware Blue Hens, number 13, A.J. Muley. And that will do it for us tonight on the Delaware Hockey Network as the Blue Hens Men's Division I team improves to 8-6-2 on the season. Muley with 3 points, Coughlin with 3 points, Early with a pair, and Jacob King getting honorable mention with a 20-save performance, backstopping the Blue Hens to a 5-1 win over the Rowan Profs. For the whole crew, for Trey Wright, for Eli Swope, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. Until we meet again, we'll catch you on the flip side on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by Heather A. Long. Good night.
Thank you.